All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of the B3 Podcast. I'm your host, Brett. I got Matt GPT and Tanner, the comeback kid.
Can we go back to head?
You like the head better?
Yeah. I'm back.
How about heartless?
I have a heart.
Yeah. That's the well,
Yeah.
I thought that's the problem.
That was proven.
And his heart grew 3 sizes.
For all those who thought it wasn't there.
Yeah.
There.
We got our show partners, Elite Nutrition. Check them out at EliteNutritionOmaha.com. Use code B3 at checkout for 10% off. Go to the store in Omaha or link and yell B3
Get a free shaker.
and 10% off. We also have Rosewood Block to make the best cutting boards and barbecue, fully customizable. Go to rosewoodblock.com. Use code B3 at checkout for 10% off there also. And D&D Beef, they're local to Omaha and they ship nationwide. Use B3 at checkout for 10% off there. And Omaha Barbell. Just a wealth of information.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's very true.
All right. So, what were we talking about?
Your totaled car.
Oh, yeah. I got rear-ended and I got totaled.
I can't believe they told that for that. And you got to keep it. The only bad thing about having a total car is you just can't sell it for as much. But, like, you have a salvage title. But what did you pay for that car? You don't mind me asking.
Like $3,600.
Yeah, I was going to say. And I know you put some money into it, but, like, now you're even and you have a car.
Break even car. And the lift gate still works. The tailgate still works. So that's the most important
And if
part.
you have to, like, and you could still probably sell it for probably still around $3,500.
You know what is good about that car? I mean, it runs good and everything.
That you don't give a fuck about it?
Well, I do. I mean, it's still a nice
you
car.
just don't give a fuck about the same
yeah.
ways you give a.
I would have
Like,
been more sad if it ran into my pickup.
yeah.
like if your pickup gets all dented like that, it's like,
Yeah.
"Aw."
But no, when we go down to the range and you open up the gate, it's like a nice canopy out of the sun.
yeah.
Right. You can keep all your shit in there. Like you don't want to take it out. You just,
Yeah, I just keep all my like gun range stuff in the back. But obviously not my guns, but I keep all the boards and stands and all that stuff. And then I take a battery powered fan and even Matt sat in there while it was real hot.
It was
You
nice.
can sit on the back gate.
yeah, you got shade, you got a fan. That's pretty
Yeah, if
much
it's
it.
raining, you just stand under the gate.
I just find it's nice when you have, like, I have 210,000 miles on my car, and, like, I care very little. Like,
Well, yeah, it's definitely that car you can take to like Costco and if somebody throws a cart into the side of it, like you're going to be pissed, but you're not going to be like, you're going to be pissed at the person, but not pissed about the car.
right. It's
Yeah.
kind of nice when you get that way with your car.
And that, and people always ask, why do you have a third car? Well, this is the prime reason.
Yeah.
Because now, well, not that I couldn't drive it. Actually, after I got hit, I went to the range still.
Yeah.
So the girl that did hit me, not so much. So, but at least everybody was all right. I didn't think her airbag went off,
That's good.
but her car was smashed.
Smash.
They're designed to crumple from the front, so.
And I even asked Derek, I was like, hey, thanks for just like letting me just die out there. He swerves out of the way so I get hit.
Yeah.
I go, real friend.
Doesn't want to damage the old Tahoe.
But actually, if he would have ran into me, that would have been a different story.
If he'd hit you,
Oh, dude.
wah, wah.
He's got like a late 90s, early 2000s,
Like a-
whatever, Suburban.
Suburban, yeah.
Just steel. Yeah. That would have been a whole,
I had one of those. They were great. It was
whole
awesome.
different ball game. All right. We had a topic for today. What did we talk about? Oh, yeah. Comfort is killing us. Just being comfortable. Society's kind of weakened.
Oh, it's soft.
It is definitely, it's definitely changed a lot. I think it's everything from physically to emotionally.
To our brains.
Yes. And some of it, I think, is TV, internet. There's a lot of time spent on both.
Yeah. So, okay. So we have access to more information than we've ever had.
But I think it's just more watching aimless. And we all do it. We all get caught up in like some reels watching just like aimless entertainment. We all have a good laugh. I understand that. Like I don't.
Yeah. I mean, I think that is obviously part of being lazy, but every time there's an increase in technology, our brains get weaker. I think the current generation that's out there is like the first time in like that intractable modern history that kids are like IQ dumber than their parents.
Well, the easiest, the first like thing I ever think of is if you talk to a lot of people now, and I see it when they're signing up for memberships because they have to put like phone numbers down or whatever, nobody knows anybody's phone number anymore. They barely know their own phone number sometimes. I've seen kids have to look up their own phone number. I used to know like my parents' number, obviously, because where I grew up, obviously. My mom's work phone number. And I knew like probably 4 or 5 of my friends' phone numbers, like just like off the top of my head.
Yeah, I still know.
Well, they're just like burned into my head, so I still know. You know what I mean?
I still know the phone number when in the house I haven't lived at since I was in 4th grade. Because that was back then when you moved, you had to change phone numbers. Like if you moved to like across a certain like geographic area of your town, you had to change phone numbers.
But yeah, I don't think people remember. And you know, and I don't remember people's cell phone numbers. Like I couldn't tell you either one of your guys' cell phone numbers because now they're just in my phone. But I didn't have to, and that's the problem. I didn't have to remember them. Mm-hmm. But back in the day, you had to remember your friends' phone numbers, and then it was always the awkward call. Hey, is Tanner there? Yeah. Can I talk to him about what?
Homework. It's July.
Yeah.
I mean, that might have been awkward enough, but it was when you like called a girl you liked.
Oh yeah.
Right. And you had to talk to her.
What do you want to talk to her for? You know, I'll just call back later.
Like you had to talk to her mom, her dad, or her like sibling.
Yeah.
And the sibling was always being
You got to arrange to call beforehand. Like, hey, I'm going to call you at 6.
Yeah.
Like, answer the fucking phone at 6.
Why do you want to talk to her? When are you not going to be there? I'll call them. Yeah, I mean, I think that to me was like always like the first like simplest thing.
Yeah, I don't necessarily. Are you say that it's just an observation, or is it a bad thing or a good thing?
It's a bad thing.
I think it's an observation because you're not forced to have to remember it, which kind of makes your brain work. I think. I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing.
What?
Like I know not remembering the phone numbers.
Like I know Amber's phone number, so if something happened, like I'm not like out here stranded. Like if I fucking lost my phone and I'm in an emergency.
I'm not saying that in the fact that you can't remember phone numbers is a bad thing. I'm saying the fact that we don't have to remember anything is a bad thing.
Okay.
Like it doesn't force our brain to work.
You don't even have to remember. You
like
don't
retention.
Like at any point in time, if you and I have a disagreement, you just type in your computer or pull your phone out.
Yes.
And you can find the answer. So they're like most people don't remember things.
Agreed.
And they don't have to, which means your brain doesn't have to work. Which means your brain becomes lazy, and that is probably why kids, like the current generation of children, have like I think I saw like 8 point less IQ than the previous. Yeah. So even back philosophically, they said as soon as we had the written word, our brains became weaker.
Yes.
Right? Because now you didn't have to remember a story or remember anything; you could write it down. And like, even if that little thing made our brains weaker, God forbid the internet with all the information.
Now, so I look at it. So like, just looking at the remembering stuff, like I don't remember shit because I have a device in my pocket that like looks up all that stuff. But for me, I think it frees me up to do a shitload more like problem solving. And I remember processes and concepts and all these things. And so I feel like I've opened up the capacity to be able to do more, like just for me, because like my brain has a finite amount and like I'm not using it to remember stuff. And so I do all these other things.
And I agree because you had the experience of having to before.
Okay.
So we have worked our brain out differently. Even handwriting, they actually think that the brain has gotten weaker and the learning is less because people don't handwrite anymore. And that the actual function of writing something on a piece of paper triggers your brain differently than if you type something in.
Yes.
Or if you...
Well, if I took notes, I always remembered stuff for a test way more than if I just sat there with my mouth open fucking listening. You know what I mean?
So like I would like equate it to like old man strength, right? Like you have... Like we did the muscle, or like if you worked on a farm, right? Mm-hmm. And you were baling hay or doing any of those types of things for over and over and over again, you have that muscle already there.
Yeah.
It's something that you can't get later. You can still lift later, but you are just strong in a different way. You can never be that kind of strong.
So because in our foundational growth period, or whatever it is, like development, we had that skill. Like we had to have that skill. And it's only later, after all, most of our neuros, like synapses. Is that the word I'm looking for?
Yeah.
Yeah. Synapses have developed and hardened and stuff that we don't have that. And so because we developed it earlier, like we're still in a better spot. And so now as children are developing now, they're not developing those synapses. They're not developing that skill set.
Yeah.
So they're at a disadvantage.
I mean, I think there's a definite foundational part of it. And a lot of people will talk about, like, not like I have seen some things with where people will like make their kids live without certain things, right? That's like up until a certain age, like 12 or 14, like get a base.
Yeah.
Right. Like have a base of reading, writing, math, so, like have a base of information before you can go grab it from anywhere on the internet. And I think it develops your brain, like, and problem solving. When you said problem solving, kids cannot solve any problems anymore. Zero. Like there is no
it
problem.
goes back to what you said. You can look everything up.
Yeah.
Which now, do you think that causes more problems in friendships because you can, like, you have an argument and you can prove whoever's right away, and then it's just like that whole like I'm right, I told you so. You know what I mean? Whereas I think before, like when you couldn't really look it up, like I think the argument just stopped because no one knew what the answer was.
I don't know. I think it creates an interesting dynamic because someone who can argue better used to just be able to win.
True.
Right. So if you could argue better or have some information or think better on your feet, you could just win an argument based on just your like attitude about it. Versus now.
Yeah.
Like now, like I could be like all huffy and puffy about something, and Matt's over here double fucking checking me. Every time I say something and he gets on his computer, I'm just waiting to figure out if I'm right or not. So,
but I think now it's also too like the argument's like you don't really win because the other person will be like, well, that's not the way I feel about it, and I'm like, well, that's not how that actually works. But
well, it's kind of like Maslow's hierarchy. Mm-hmm. You know, like once you like fulfill like your basic needs, you can move up a level, and like the top is like personal enlightenment. And to me, I just feel like the top now is like pussification. You know, like we have all these comforts and all these things, and like a lot of people can't work with their hands or refuse to do anything outside, refuse to do any labor. You know what I mean? There's always someone. I mean, if you get to a certain spot, you can pay someone to do anything. You don't have to do anything.
well, that was like, you know, even not even that has changed that much, but you know, you remember like when you had like a manual labor job, like in high school or whatever. All of us don't have manual labor jobs necessarily anymore, but you'd see like someone rich or some, and they're like trying to do some manual labor, and it just looks like the worst thing ever because they've like never had to do it.
Yeah.
So you watch them and you're just like, what are they doing?
When I went to college, we had my roommate was helping my dad and I build lofts because everyone built lofts in their college dorms, right? So you put a couch underneath, beds on top. Anyway, so we standard like 2x4 square that we're making to put a twin mattress on, and Seth was his name. I was going to say his name, like you might actually hear this. But Seth is like, hey, can I help? And I'm like, yeah, dude, we're just driving in these nails over there because we didn't bring a screw gun or anything like that. And he's like, all right, cool. And I remember him looking at the hammer, and he was like looking to like see how we swung the hammer before he swung the hammer. And I just remember looking, I'm like, that's so weird. Like I've never seen someone hold a hammer and like look like that. And I was like, okay, cool.
Like which end do you use?
Yeah, it was like, but he was like, I think he was like mechanically like trying to figure out how to like swing the hammer,
And then he was all choked up on it by the head.
so he was up by the head and stuff. It was like he was about halfway up and stuff, and then like I remember him like taking a couple like half swings at the hammer, and then his first full swing just misses the entire thing and smashes himself in the shin, busts his shin open, blood just gushing everywhere. And I was like, well, at least you took a real swing. But it was just like that didn't, like I had never seen that before. Like someone who didn't have like that skill set.
And I'd even say like growing up on a farm, not that I did, I'm not saying I was out there doing all the farm things, but then I go into town and like some of the kids I was friends with, and I was like, wow, like you've never done anything like that. And
Yeah. Well, I'm sure that filters up from everyone. Like there's probably people that look at us and are like, you guys are so incompetent
Right.
and stuff. So like it just always filters up to some extent.
There's like like the lower baseline of competency of just a lot of things has just fallen.
Yeah.
It's just like here, like just basic things like, can you tie a hook on a line?
Like an actual like fishing knot, or like
Yeah.
I'll just tie a lot of knots.
Yeah, you could do either one. But like if you give a kid a fishing pole and a hook, they'd be like, yeah.
Well, first of all, the hook's gonna be stuck in their finger.
Yeah,
And they're
definitely.
gonna be trying to figure it out. But yeah, I think people just need to still do things and learn things. Like,
There's a good did you guys ever read the book Comfort Crisis?
come on now.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't looking at you.
Good.
That's why I looked
Thank
over
you.
there.
Well, you should have said Tanner.
Yeah, so Comfort Crisis I thought was pretty good. It got a little repetitive and stuff, but like that whole book is about like pushing yourself to do stuff and to like challenge yourself and go that route. And it talks a lot about the benefits of it. And there is a lot of benefits. Like I don't think we all need to be fucking David Goggins out there, but like challenging yourself is super beneficial.
He's so fucking annoying.
Yeah.
God. If there's a more annoying human being on the planet, Ben Shapiro. Yeah, Ben Shapiro is more annoying.
Shapiro's voice just gets me. I'm
Yeah,
just
I can't even fucking
It's the
listen
voice
to him.
that really gets me on Shapiro.
Well, there's some, yeah.
we know, Tanner. We know. You don't have to say it out loud.
But no, I think like learning like just new skills, like just because maybe you've done one for a long time and doesn't mean you can't move on to something else and try something different.
I think people like people watch other people do things and then they think they have the experience. Like I see this talking like teenagers, right? It's like they think they have lived a certain life and they haven't. They have not lived that life. They have watched people on the internet live that life, or they've watched people talk about it, or they listen to it, but they haven't like done a lot of shit.
Yeah. Well, or just thinking you watch somebody do something, you're like, well, I can do that.
Yeah. They all think they can.
You can think it in your head. Like you can have like, I think anybody who's done anything, you're going to have that arrogant mentality in your head. Like, I can do that. You watch somebody do something, like, I can do that. And that's fine. But if you can't do it, you have to be humble, but keep doing it.
But
like you can't just like quit. You know what I mean? Like you still have to do it.
But okay, I think here's where kind of a difference comes in, is that if you've actually done things and then you watch someone do something, you can honestly say to yourself, wow, that was fucking good. I don't think, you know what I mean?
Yes.
It's when you haven't done it.
Well, but I think you don't realize how difficult something is
Unless you've done it.
unless you try it. Like Matt and I started getting into the shooting thing. We took a class last year, like in August, and you could watch and like be like, you know what, I can do that. And then you start doing it more and more, and you're like, it takes a lot of skill to do what that person's doing.
So that's what I'm saying, is when
Yeah.
people watch things, they think they can do things, or they think they're having experiences, but they're not, because they can't do it. Just like if you see a guy bench press 600 pounds, like someone goes, oh, I could probably work toward that. And the rest of us are like, who've been like, you're fucking high. Like
You can work towards it.
no, like
But
you
getting
don't
there.
have a snowball's chance in hell of doing
actually
that.
doing it, yeah.
Yeah. Like there are a handful of people on this planet that can do it, and you're not one of them.
Yeah, especially if you're like 40 and you're like, I could do that. You're a little late in the game for that, dude.
Yeah, and I think golf is actually one of those things. Like people, like if people haven't golfed, they think that hitting a golf ball is easy.
Yes.
All you have to do is go out and try and hit a golf ball once and realize that it's not.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
Or people like, have you ever tried to hit a baseball off like a 95-mile-an-hour pitch? Good luck.
I swung at it.
I don't even think I swung the first. Like at the beginning, I'm like, I don't even know where it's at.
I just hope the ball hits my bat.
Yeah.
Like I'm not hitting it.
But you can guarantee if I get a hold of it, I'm telling everybody it was the greatest thing I ever did. I don't even care if it went foul and hit somebody. I'm going to be like,
you made
"Got it."
contact.
Yeah.
Made contact.
If I nicked it back into the catcher's glove, at least I touched it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like he ain't got shit on me. But yeah, I think learning more skills, and that just is good for your brain. I'm not saying you have to read and write to develop your brain to do things. But
I think you do. I think you do at a young age. I think you have
No, I'm
to.
saying as you get older.
Yeah, I think it sharpens it. I will tell you, because of Matt, I started reading a fiction book, and I read this fiction series, and now I'm on to another series. My brain, I can feel, is actively different than it was without it. And I mean, you know, like you come in the store, like I am always listening to a podcast. I was always watching videos. I freaking took a physics class watching YouTube lecture videos on physics because I wanted to know more about quantum physics. And in getting into quantum physics, I realized I needed to go back and like get basic physics first. So I took like a fucking.
Was that one of those things that you thought would be easier because you hadn't done it yet?
No, it was just one of those things. I was like, well,
it's just
I just want to learn about it, and then like I'm listening. I'm like, yeah, I need to go. Like it was a self-realization real quick, like an hour in, where I'm fucking like,
he's using a lot of words I've never heard.
Yeah. Well, it's not that. It's like it was more like everything that he said, I had to like actively go back and think about, so I couldn't keep up.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was having to go try and remember. Like he'd be like talking, and I'd be like pause. I'm like, okay, hold on, and like going back to Google. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go fucking take a semester physics class on YouTube, real quick. But the difference of reading an actual fiction book and using your imagination on shit that like you can imagine but isn't real. You know, like science. Well, it was like a science fiction, whatever type book. Like things that aren't real, but you can imagine. Mm-hmm. And just having that like actively changed, like I could just feel like my brain was like acting different. Like not in a bad way.
I think your brain being active is never in a good way.
But it's actually helped my memory. Like I was remembering things better because I think you're just activating a different part of your brain. Like no matter, I'm not saying that. I mean, I guess I would equate it to we've all talked to the person who went vegetarian and didn't realize that they were like physically weaker, and then they ate meat again and they like had that like strength, like you know, like they felt like they got what they were missing. But I've also, on the flip side, people who never ate a vegetable and they're like eat vegetable, like go vegetarian, feel better. Like you always hear this, well, I became vegetarian and I felt way better. Well, that's because you were deficient in something, right? Yeah. Like you were deficient in probably not eating any freaking vegetables. And when you got fruits and veggies back in your diet, it filled the deficiency. You just created another one because now you don't have any freaking meat.
Yeah. What are you looking at there, Matt?
I was trying to find, there was a stat I heard on a Huberman podcast about writing versus typing and stuff, but it was the one I was trying to find was about even if you just text in full sentences versus texting in
Abbreviations.
Abbreviations, but like just not full sentences. Using full sentences takes some percentage more brain power than the other way, and like helps keep certain parts of your brain more functional if you type or write in full sentences versus like just choppy. Like if you were to say what doing versus what are you doing, like there's a brain difference in doing that consistently. I was trying to find that statistic. I don't remember what the percentage was or what the details, but
well, shortcut at anything I think makes you lazy, and we can just shortcut a lot of things.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you see it within like, as people get older, like towards retirement, like if they aren't doing something, you see them just like sit at home.
See a lot of people who retire, like
die.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of guys who work their entire life, it's like as soon as they retire,
stop. Yeah.
It's over. If they aren't doing something else.
Yeah. That's why when people talk about retirement or what, are you planning for retirement? I just feel like I'll always do something.
Yeah. I think there's part of it is like wanting to do something versus like having to do the thing.
Well, yeah, but when you're doing like you're trying to plan out like your retirement funding, and then you're like, well, how much are you wanting to have a month? And I'm like, well, I probably still like work. So like, what's my pay going to be then? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, well, even if you work like 20 hours a week or 15 hours a week when you're like, you got to like figure all that stuff in. Mm-hmm. Plus then if you don't show up for work, somebody will come look for you to find out if you're just dead on the floor in your house. You know what I mean? That's nice to know too.
Yeah, the old wellness check.
Yeah. Well, he didn't show up for work this week. We gave it a week. But yeah, I think otherwise you just don't. I'm not saying you don't have anything to live for, because that's not necessarily true. But
I don't remember if I mentioned it on here, and it's only kind of related, but I like video games, so I'm going to talk about it. Have you guys heard of the game Elden Ring?
Yeah.
Or like Dark Souls, like that whole franchise? There was a individual his father or father-in-law did the same thing, like retired and was just like a total bum, started feeling like bad. His health started going down, and his son or son-in-law was trying to get him to like do something and stuff. And so he was like, man, like do something. Even if it's just playing a video game, like do something. And so his dad, or whoever the older guy was, picked up Elden Ring, started playing Elden Ring. And for those who haven't played Elden Ring, it is obnoxiously hard. Like
And long.
FromSoft, and really long game. Tons of stuff like FromSoft games, Dark Souls, Demon Souls, like they're all like just obnoxiously hard games. But that game was so challenging. He committed himself to getting better at that game. And like as he got better at that game, he started to do more stuff outside of the game because he was building on accomplishments that he felt like he had to earn and stuff. And so like it just goes like, just to bring that up, well, I like the game, but also like just doing like building little wins make it easier to take on bigger things. And there's a huge benefit to like having accomplishments and accolades.
Well, I'm not actually like I've never gotten opposed to like video games, because I think they also keep your brain going.
they keep your brain going. They also build like tremendous hand-eye coordination.
Yeah.
Like a lot of those surgeons are using like those little fucking joysticks and running the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but
yeah, people can't completely shit on video games, because I think there is a place for them.
There's the balance, right?
Yeah. Like, and a lot of people, it's a way to like de-stress and kind of chill out a little bit.
once again, if all you do, if you quit your job because you're playing Elden Ring,
If you're still in your
Right.
mom's, if you're still in your
You're a
mom's
real
basement.
man.
Yeah.
like if you quit your job and like get rid of your friends and like you divorce your wife, like that's too much.
Yeah.
I think it's the other way around. I think your wife divorces you.
Yeah. You better be on New Game Plus. Just saying.
But like if it's something that you can do that like clears your brain after
Yeah.
you get home from work and you're on it for an hour and you accomplish a few things and feel good, like the poison is almost always in the dose. Right?
Yes.
It's not in the actual act.
Like, you a sage.
Yeah. The poison is in the dose of something. You can do too much of a good thing. It's a matter of balance.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, if you're looking for a good game, Ready or Not is still also a great game. You run the SWAT team, and you can play with friends.
I felt like Elden Ring, Dark Souls, like they kind of changed my outlook on video games, where like now I appreciate and want to play like those harder games where it's like they have a saying in
I played
Dark
like
Souls.
200 hours of Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
I know.
And it's like, but it's like they just say that you just have to get good, right? I like those FromSoft games because you can't just like cheat your way to winning. You can't just, I'm going to go over here, I'm going to level up and just get over leveled and go on. Like if the game doesn't work like that, doesn't give a shit. Like you
No,
just
they
have to
level
get
up
good.
everybody around you.
Yeah, you just have to get good to beat those games.
You can't just put the Contra code in and get 100 lives. And
Unfortunately, no. I wish there was.
I still know the code.
Of course you do.
You do too.
I never, you know what? I didn't have a
Really
Nintendo
play
at that time.
Contra that much.
Up, up, down, down, left, right, A, B, start.
Do you know the Mike Tyson's Punch Out code?
Oh, I don't know. I would probably. What do you mean?
Because wasn't there the Punch Out code where you could get Mike Tyson? Like there was a code for it, wasn't there? To be, was it took you to Mike Tyson, or you could be Mike Tyson? But there was
Maybe.
a Punch Out code. I feel like
I don't know.
That was back. That was back when you had like Nintendo Magazine, and you could like,
Yeah.
we would like go to the store and just like
Nintendo
go to the
Power.
back.
Yeah, and like everyone's like thumb fucking them, trying to like get through and read them without like buying the actual
Yeah,
magazine.
and you would just like
Yeah.
go and look for the cheat codes. That was
the library had it.
Yeah.
But again, you didn't have a phone to take a picture of it, so you had to write down the cheat codes.
Right.
yeah,
What is-
or remember them.
Or if you wanted to find the finishing moves for Mortal Kombat.
Yes. Mortal Kombat ABBACA, I think, was the blood code on Sega.
There's the new Mortal Kombat or newer one, and it has like all the Mortal Kombats on it.
Oh, really?
Dude, the finishing moves are so hard, and then your guy just up there ducking, standing up, moving
Right, and
backwards,
then
like
you fuck
nothing's
it up, and the
happening.
guy just falls over, and you're like, God damn it.
Yeah, that when they said finish him, they should have gave you like at least 6 minutes to do the finish. And then you had to be like just the right distance from
Right?
him.
And if you're too close and you accidentally punch him instead of do the move,
Oh no, then
like,
it's super dumb. They're just
Yeah.
like bang.
bullshit.
Yeah, that was a great game though.
I am really terrible at modern video games though. Like there's a lot of there's a lot of buttons.
There are.
Dude, I know. And
There's
after
like 2 joysticks.
that Wolverine game, I still kind of want to play that Wolverine game, but I just don't know if I want to buy a PlayStation 5 to play Wolverine. It looks so cool though, but I think it's just gonna be a button masher. But we watched
Yeah.
a demo of it at Drew's, and it's just he like kills like 100 people like 100 different ways.
Thomas will be like, "Hey, do you want to play Rocket League?" I'm like, "No, I don't," because you're just gonna murder me.
I've kind of gotten away from playing online because those kids just irritate me, and then it just makes me real mad, and I don't want to play. So I usually play just like just the campaigns on the games.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're definitely just like, I'm just going to hang out here. I'm going to do this thing.
Yeah, like
Yeah, you don't have to worry about some 12-year-old just
Right, just
assassinating
trolling
you
me.
from all
Yeah.
over the place.
The game's going to troll me enough, motherfucker.
or like that Ready or Not game I got on because you can just play with a buddy and you play against the computer. Like you can have because I think you can have up to like 5 people on your team,
Yeah.
or your SWAT team.
Yeah.
But yeah, or I just play VR shooting games.
There. You could just dry fire. That's what Colin would tell you to do
I do that too. Yeah,
all the time.
yeah.
Oh, I did not read this story, but you were just talking about a gun. I think some kid in Lincoln bought a gun like last week.
A shield?
Oh, Shields
Yeah.
shot himself in the leg.
He shot himself
while he was doing a video about how to safely load a fucking 9mm or something like that. I think that's what somebody told me. He was making a video. I don't know that part, but yeah, he bought the gun. He was in the parking lot at Shields.
Yeah.
loading it and then shot himself in the leg.
That's like 2 blocks from our store. So like,
What an idiot!
well, like I don't even know how the fuck you do it.
Is it Nate Bergarza that talks about going to Shields? He's
Yeah,
like, I go to
no.
Verizon and I'm like cabled to the
yeah.
the counter. But you go to Shields and they're like, they handed the gun, like, walk around with it, feel it out, see if you like it.
It might have been Bargazzi, yeah.
But
21-year-old Nebraska man seriously injured when he accidentally
he shot his femoral artery.
Yeah, he had to
filming
get
a video
tourniqueted in the
demonstrating how to
parking lot.
use a gun he just bought.
Yes, I think Lane was somebody who's actually making a gun safety video.
Shot himself in the leg with a 9mm pistol. A tourniquet was applied and CPR was performed at scene before he was taken to the hospital. Reported to be in critical and stable condition.
Yeah, he shot his femoral artery.
Yeah.
Did
That's
bleed
a,
out.
that's a bad place to shoot yourself.
Yeah,
It's a
you'll bleed
real
out
bad
real
place.
fast. But yeah,
Yeah, don't do that, guys.
Don't learn from
My
that
cousin
guy.
did that years ago. It was probably 25 years ago or something, but he shot himself in the leg, and like his family tried to play it off like it was someone had escaped from a jail or something in Bellevue, which is where they lived. And so they tried to play it off like he was worried that this guy escaped and might like break in, so he grabbed his dad's gun. This motherfucker's just trying to quick draw with his dad's revolver because like where he shot himself in the leg, it went in the leg through the front and then out the inside, but didn't hit anything major. But it's exactly where the revolver holster sits.
so yeah, it's called dry fire because there's no ammo in it.
Yeah, but where's the rush on that? Need that life or death potential.
I mean, once again, I don't think people have enough experience to know like how dangerous it, like the first time, and this might sound stupid, but the first time I carried chambered, I was fucking nervous. Like
Just sweating bullets,
literally, you know what I
Especially if you're
mean?
carrying like a SIG,
right?
Yeah.
they just go off on their own.
Yeah. They failed drop tests.
Well, a lot of 2011s fail drop tests also.
Yeah.
But yeah, the SIG just whammy.
The P320.
Yeah.
I've not shot my dick off yet with the 365. Yet.
Or the GTO.
That GTO. Well, I don't put that GTO in my pants.
Yeah.
That's just going to shoot my leg.
Yeah.
I do like that GTO a lot, though. A lot.
But yeah, like it's like having enough experience to know when something is, dangerous.
Yeah. Well, and I think we had that AR malfunction at my house one time, and like you pulled back to like clear it 4 or 5 times, and then messing around, taking it apart, and then the round goes boop and falls out from the chamber. So like he had racked it,
The
cleared
extractor
it,
or something wouldn't grab it. I don't know what was going on.
something didn't happen, but it was just like
So you had dropped the mag and went to clear it afterwards.
I pulled back
then-
the charging handle like fucking 3-4 times. And then I took it apart. I dropped the lower off of it. It was pointed at the ground, I believe, when I did this.
I don't remember. It wasn't pointed at me, so I was fine.
And a round fell out of it. And not that I was like sitting there pulling the trigger on it,
Yeah.
but no, it was still in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've seen that a couple of times. Then Marco,
Which is why when they tell you, always act like you're
yeah, assume the gun is loaded.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Just because there's not a magazine in it doesn't mean there's not one in the old pipe.
A bang bang in there. Yes.
Yeah. But, go out and learn new skills. Find another hobby.
Do things. Is there anything you guys are trying to do? I mean, we're doing shooting. And
Tanner learned to read, so that's kind of a big one for him.
Do you know? I wish I would have learned more younger. I wish I
language?
would have learned languages.
yeah.
Like when I see these people who can like speak fluent Chinese, I'm like
Yeah.
inherently really jealous.
I learned some sign language recently. So you can go,
I got that one too.
you dumb whore, slut, or slut can be this one too because you hop around.
Have you ever seen like the comedians? Who was it? I can't remember. They realized it was the first time they had a sign language translator at one of his shows. And there were like two people up and they were talking. He's like, he didn't realize that the two sitting there, one was him and one was the other guy on stage. And he was very confused. And he's like, this is the last time I ate a gummy before coming on stage. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know the sign language either.
Yeah. I wish I would have learned languages.
Still can.
Maybe. I could try.
You can speak Mandarin or Chinese or
I think Mandarin would be cool to speak. I think it'd be just cool to go into a Chinese like a Chinese restaurant like that's owned like
And they're talking shit about you. And
yeah, or you could just sit there and then like you say something like in like perfect dialect and they're like, oh fuck.
I think it'd be around this area. It'd be better to learn fluent Spanish because they'll know and they'll talk shit about you.
Yeah, but I don't think a lot of Spanish people like I think they assume that a lot of people speak Spanish.
Well, you know what happens when you assume?
No.
Makes an ass of you and me.
And I wish I was I wish I was better at like Finnish carpentry. Like
Well, that's something you can get better.
yeah, and I do it, but like I also am just natural. Like it's not something like I can build things and I can do that really well, but like the end finishing, making things like doing like have you ever like retrimmed your house?
Yes.
When I did my basement, but yeah, no, Dominic was helping me, and that dude can where they cut like the weird like angle on it, and then it all like lines up perfect, and like the same. Yeah,
Yeah, like some of those things in the
you ever try to put up crown molding, and then you have to look at it like for 4 hours on how
Crown
to
molding's
what angle to cut it at? Because you're like, well, it's this way, but they need the angle to be this way, but it has to be like this,
Yeah.
and you're like,
so I need a 45 this way and a 45 that way.
and then you just like stare at it aimlessly for a while.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Like
that stuff is hard.
I retrimmed like my entire like when we like remodeled because we bought the house we bought was pre-foreclosure. Everything had to be redone, and I'm sitting there and I was like, yeah, I've cut this board 7 fucking times. You know, like
I have one more cut.
Did you forget
and then
to measure twice, cut once?
and that well.
Sometimes it
Have
doesn't
you
matter.
ever like been like very close and you like shaved the edge off of the board
And you're
like
a foot too short?
yeah. I was like, what the fuck did I do? But then I used to there was like one of my dad's friends literally he could be sitting there and he could just look up at the wall and like okay and go out there freaking grab a board fucking pull it out cut it and it would be perfect.
I had a wood,
Yeah.
I had a wood tech teacher like that.
Like no measuring, nothing. Just like with his fucking eyes and go doing his like, dude, I have been with this tape measure and this saw. I've been inside and outside of my house, walking back and forth like a half dozen times. And this motherfucker and I still need to cock the shit out of this seam to make sure.
That's another one people can't do. A lot of people can't read a tape measure.
No. God forbid you ask anything like smaller than a quarter of an inch.
Yeah.
5/16. So where's that?
I'm like, I don't even, I'm like, oh, a quarter, a little less than a quarter. All right, cool.
You're like 1 inch and 2 lines.
I'm like,
we're going to
it's
go
fine.
with that.
Yeah. Like once you get
So
down to like
3/16. No. A little less than a quarter.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's.
A strong quarter or a weak quarter. There we go.
I forgot to figure in the width of the blade, so we're down a 1/4 inch now.
Well, this was one of those things that I was working with somebody and we were talking about it. It's like, and they marked a board. I said, take the line or leave the line. And he's like, what do you mean? I said, like, do you want me to take the line or leave the line on the board when I cut it? And it was like completely like I was speaking. It's like, my dad would have yelled at you for this.
Well, and then, it's like you got to make sure you're cutting from the right side too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if you cut on the left side versus the right side, that changes the length of the board.
Well, like when you measure something, you draw like that little bit's gonna like, especially if you're doing something
Very tight.
Yeah.
Fitting. Yeah. Yeah. Just go out and learn more skills. Don't be weak. Learn a cool skill too.
You
Don't
know,
learn
I think
something-
what-
don't learn something stupid.
Something useful and something fun.
Yeah.
what the problem with most young people is they also don't want to fail. They are like scared to death of failing, so they'd rather just not try. And
You think so?
Oh yeah.
I just feel like they just don't like to do stuff.
No, they don't. They have a huge fear of failure, like massive. And I don't know if it's because of the internet, social media, where there's so many videos of people failing, right? And they laugh at them, or they're scared about getting caught on film doing something stupid and end up being a viral meme.
I would go with that. I think because they're like sensitive, like it's like if you go like, man, I was like doing the whole shooting thing. We go down and like you do a match, you just get made fun of the whole time.
Yeah.
But then you make fun of other people, but I think that's part of the fear of them failing is they don't want somebody to make fun of them, even if it's like jokingly making fun of them. You know what I mean? Like the skin's not thick enough to like take it and learn from it. Like basically when we're shooting a match, everyone there is called someone gay throughout the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're either gay or they're like retarded. And how did you miss that?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Like when you just told
When you throw a mic and they're like, hey, you're supposed to shoot each target twice, right?
Yeah.
It's like, yes, fuck off. I shot at each target twice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but yeah, I think that's part of the problem. Like I said, they don't want to fail, but they also don't want to get made fun of, which jokingly or not.
Some of it's a little different because like when we were younger, right? Like you could fail and the only proof of it was people could talk about it.
Yeah. Now there's videos.
And now everything's recorded. Like people are recording everything and everyone's recording everyone. And so now if you fail, like it's out there.
I grew up with my dad just constantly talking shit to me, like constantly.
Apparently not enough.
You know what? Everybody should go watch 8 Mile. Because actually the best lesson you could learn out of that movie is if you give them everything, they can't make fun of you for it. You know what I mean? Like if somebody posts a video of you failing and you play into it, it takes the fun out of someone making fun of you.
Well, cancel culture, right? If someone doesn't care, they can't be canceled.
Yeah. It's just like that whole thing. Like, we talk about like shooting a bad stage and I was like, dude, I shot a 0. So you're not as bad as me yet. Because then the thing is, if somebody makes fun of me, I'm like, dude, I already know I shot a 0. I told everybody. Like, you know what I mean? I think just accepting your failure and like whatever it is, you know what I mean? Like, if you're okay with it, no one can really make fun of you for it.
Do you think it's because like we failed enough to have the confidence to be okay with failing?
Probably. I mean, I fell down the stairs the other day.
Well,
And you told me about it first thing.
Right away, I was like, dude, I fell down the stairs in my garage.
yeah. I mean, I think it's part of that comfort thing, like it's feelings like when we grew up, I had something.
You just want everybody to tell you you're great. That's the problem now. They want everybody to tell them that they're great.
But like when we grew up, like feelings really didn't matter. Like we weren't like hypersensitive to people's feelings. Like now, like literally people, you can look up the case, but someone basically just got convicted for saying the N-word to somebody as like, it was that one lady who called that kid that on the playground. This went around
really?
like she like got convicted of something because of her language.
Hate speech.
But that's not a thing. There is no hate speech.
True.
There's
Legally.
just speech,
Yeah.
right? There's no hate speech. That's why you have a First Amendment.
Yeah.
So like, but we're so worried about like words and feelings. And I would like, when we were
look
growing,
at powerlifting, like everybody wants to go 9 for 9.
yeah,
They don't want to fail. And I get you don't want to miss it, but you know what? Like before, it was just like, I want the biggest number out there. So if I miss, at least I went for it. You know what I mean?
right. There's a big difference.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, 8 Mile, you guys were talking about. So the guy who plays Clarence, right? The guy who Eminem battles at the end.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember his name. He's a good actor, but so he was talking that him and Eminem were sitting down before that last scene, and Eminem's like, "It really doesn't make sense that we have beef. So let's just like talk because I gotta like get into this, right?" And so they talk for like 2-3 hours. Then at the battle scene, he's like, "This battle scene wasn't about him and Clarence. He was coming after me personally. Like that stuff about him living at home with his parents and they have a real good marriage and all this other stuff wasn't about Clarence. It was about the conversation he had with Eminem." He's like, looked at him and was like, "I hate you, motherfucker. Like you are literally talking shit to me right now. This isn't Clarence."
Nice.
Yeah.
That gal was convicted of disorderly conduct for her behavior towards the guy filming her. Not because of...
But it was words.
Right, but it wasn't... So she was charged with what she said to the kid, not found guilty on those.
You shouldn't even be charged with it. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
Yeah.
It'd been stuff, but so she was not found guilty on that, and then was found guilty of disorderly conduct towards the guy that was filming her. An odd spot is she raised nearly $900,000 through online crowdfunding campaign titled "Help Me Protect My Family." Her fundraising page still reads, "I called the kid out for what he was."
She's from the South, I bet.
Minnesota.
Oh.
It was
That's where it happened.
It was, I think, a Somali kid.
Yeah, Rochester, Minnesota. But
I'm not saying she's right. Like I'm not saying that speech can't be wrong. I'm just saying there's no such thing.
like
as
there's
hate
no
speech.
illegal. Yeah.
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 Or no hate speech. Yeah.
All right. Well, moral of today is keep learning new skills. Keep your mind strong. Keep your body strong. Lift weights.
Read
shoot
books.
guns. You can read, I guess, too. Learn a good skill like barbecue or something like that, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Learn something.
Yeah. All right, guys. We appreciate you listening. Like, subscribe, share, follow. We'll see you next time.